perhaps you have been one of the millions who have been transplanted from your hometown, perhaps for a corporate transfer. Do you remember what that was like? The grocery store names, they're not the same. I can't find anything, anywhere. I need Google Maps to get around the block. The highway system is different. The flora, the fauna. Fall doesn't come at the same time. Speaking of time, what time is it? I'm not in my zone. Do you remember the tailspin that put you in? Perhaps we would all do well to remember that is likely what your pastor has done for you. While many guys, they stay somewhat regional, a whole lot of fellas are willing to become a stranger in a strange land, transplanted to another region of the country for you. Sacrifice after sacrifice, give after give, struggle after struggle. And they do it mostly joyfully because they recognize the importance of their job to be the shepherd of your soul. And because they love the Lord and they love you, they are willing to make that sacrifice. Perhaps right now you're a wee bit agitated with your preacher. Perhaps you are that guy or guyette who some days causes your pastor to go, oh, I wish I were working an IT job. Nothing wrong with working in IT support, but when you and I, as sheep underneath the under-shepherd of Jesus Christ, behave in such a way it causes the man to want to skedaddle, then you and I need an adjustment. No, he needs an adjustment. Well, perhaps he does. But this is now a focus on you and me, that we do not do the things that can drive our preacher to despair, to want to leave ministry and start working in IT support. Let's take a look at a list from Dan Phillips, 13 ways that you and I can behave in such a way that it causes our pastor to long for a different gig. And if we recognize ourselves in any of these of the list, maybe you and I need to make an adjustment. Here we go. 13 ways doing IT support is better than being in ministry. Everyone immediately tells you, to the best of his or her ability, what his or her actual issue is. The IT guy has one up on your pastor. We want our computer fixed, and so we will tell him exactly what's going on here. The pastor, however, frequently receives scant information, sketchy details, not a whole lot of insight, and we expect the man to fix us. A number 2 way that being an IT support is better than being a preacher. Everyone who asks you a question really wants to hear the answer. 2 ways we can load this gun and fire it. Hey, pastor, what book are you reading? But I really don't care because I just want to tell you about the book I'm reading. Ever fired off that shot? But then again, there's the more deadly question. Pastor, I've really been struggling with an issue. Would you be kind enough to tell me what you see inside of me that might be causing me to think and act in that way? But make it snappy, because I really have no interest in hearing what you have to say about my problems, because I've got this. An IT guy never gets that sense. He understands people really want help. They really want to know how to fix it, because it's important when you and I load our guns with blanks, not really desiring to learn from our pastor or submit to our pastor, obey our pastor. That can be really discouraging. The 3rd way, being in IT, is better than being a pastor. Everyone who asks you for help really wants to be helped. Number 4. You and your callers agree that computer bugs and problems are bad and should be done away with, as opposed to the sin in our lives. Number 5, When you identify viruses, spyware, unwanted pop-ups, and crashes as bad and target them for elimination, the folks you help don't accuse you of being hard and judgmental. Never heard that come out of somebody who called Mr. IT guy in a complete panic. Hey, what do you mean I need to reboot more regularly? Hey, quit judging me about how I let my battery run down all the time. Can you understand how we can be a drag for our pastors? That we actually criticize him when he's merely trying to shepherd us and help us with a bigger problem than even a busted computer. Another way being an IT support can be better than being a preacher. Nobody who calls you is actually in love with the computer problems and misbehaviors they're experiencing. But we sure can love our sin, can't we? Number 7, everyone to whom you give sensible counsel will hear, heed, remember, and follow that counsel. They won't insist on feeling an inner peace before doing it. Put yourself in your pastor's shoes for a moment. You're counseling somebody. You know what the issue is. You know what the Bible says is the corrective. And what do you hear back? Well, that's interesting, Pastor. I don't know that I have a peace over this. I guess I'll just pray about it and wait. And the pastor knows full well that person is going to leave the office and never consider it for another second. Can you imagine the discouragement? But wait, there's more. Number 8, while you're expected to be knowledgeable and competent as an IT guy, you're not expected to be perfect, but a pastor is. Number 9, most times you know immediately when you've helped someone. You don't have to wait 6 months, 6 years, or 6 decades to see whether your fix has taken or not. The pastor, he learns lickety-split his first day on the new job. Whoa. This is a long-haul process. You and I, in our jobs, can regularly have rather instant gratification. We get the assignment, we accomplish it, we achieve it, we finish it, we move on. Perhaps you get an attaboy, attagirl. Next challenge, please. Not so the pastor. So how's it going this year with your struggle with pornography? Are we seeing any victory in this area of your life? And it is not just one guy, it's 100 guys, and it's 75 women, it's 50 old people, it's a bunch of teenagers, where he will see little, tiny, slight, incremental improvement, and rarely does he get to go home and say, honey, I got the project finished. It's never finished for your pastor, and that is why you and I do not want to be that guy, even when he preaches a sermon that you deem to be a stinker. I'll be needing to see some identification, young man.
Why?
Because you, my friend, are a lawbreaker.
No, I'm not.
You are, according to this video from Ray Comfort. Production, I need the clips on time.
911, what's your emergency?
We met about
Yeah, he asked me to
this.
become a gospel partner, and he took my credit card.